Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for your time in joining me for this lecture. In this lecture, you will learn why we use case expressions, and also we will be creating an example case expression. The main reason why case expressions are used is to substitute stored database value with the output results for better reading when reports are created. SQL Server case statement allows for the substitution of the value stored in the database with another value presented in the output. This makes it easier to read and meaningful as well. Often it is necessary to abbreviate names in the database so as to save space. But the other side of the coin in doing this is that when the output is generated, the shortened name may not make sense to someone else who is reading a report created by it. I have got SQL Server Management Studio opened, and in the query window I have got a simple select query statement, and this is the output from that query. If we look at this column here called person type, this column, as you can see, this report here, this output, if we created a report from it, this may not mean nothing unless you are the person who've actually created this or you are aware of this. So if we produce like a management report, they will not know what all these acronyms stands for, like GC and so on. All these in the person type, they wouldn't know what they stand for. So we can use the SQL Server case statement to substitute the values in the output. So these output values, we can substitute the names to make it more meaningful. And we do that using the case expression. So we're going to do that now. So what we're going to do is implement the case statement so we can convert the cryptic values. These are all called cryptic values. We can convert the cryptic values stored in the database to a more user-friendly name. All right, to begin, we're going to build on this statement I've already written here. So what I'll do, I will bring that down there. I will now bring this up a bit. Where is got person type? This person type, this is where we want to apply the case expression to. So what we'll do, we'll write case here, because this is the column we want to use for the case. All right, so we'll write case is the person type, and then we now begin to specify how to convert whatever is in this person type column to a more friendly name. So this is what we'll do. We'll go, let me indent that a bit. So we'll type in when. Let's start from the top. It's got EM here. So when EM quote text are enclosed in quotes. So wherever you have a string is also called a text, you have to enclose it in quotes. And then you say then you type in employee. Right, so we're beginning to construct the case in here. What we're saying in here is that Whenever we're telling T-SQL, whenever it comes across EM here, to convert it into employee. So when a report is created, rather than someone seeing EM, they'll see employee. It makes it more friendly. That's what this is. So we've got EM here. Let's look for a few more. Go on here called SC. I have now completed the case expression. So let me explain what I've done. So this is the current output. This column here called person type is a column we are creating the case on. So we're trying to make these cryptic values here, trying to make them friendly, replace them here with friendly names. So this is how I have done it. First of all, I've specified the name of the column, the first name, last name, and then where this column is, I have now used that as the case. So the case here is this person type. That means this is where I want to perform the case operation on this person type column. So this is how you do it. You say you type in the keyword when, followed by the person type, the acronym or the cryptic value they have given. You specify that there. Because it's a text, you need to surround it in parentheses. The keywords are in blue, so they are reserved words. So I said when, this is what I'm saying, whenever, what this query is saying, whenever it comes across in this column here, an EM, replace it with the word employee. This is only effective with the output to make the output more friendly. Again, I've specified here, wherever I see something called GC, I think there is a GC somewhere here. Yeah, there's a few GCs. Replace it with general customer. And I've also used an else. What this else would do is that if it comes across an unknown person type, I want it to replace it with the word person type. And then on line 6, you need to end it because you have to end the case. I've ended it, and I've also given an alias, another column. So the output will now, the column name will now contain method of contact. So this person type will be replaced in the new output with method of contact. I've enclosed it inside square brackets because it's a string and I've used it as an alias. I want it to be preserved in that format. So taking it out of that square bracket can cause other issues, and it can cause conflicts if there are other names or reserved names with that. But by enclosing it in square brackets, I've protected the alias name I have given the column. So now, and then finally on line 7, you have to specify the table that this case is going to be operated on. So the table is always specified last. Okay, so if I execute this query, this column name should change to method of contact. These values here, wherever you see GC, to be replaced with general customer. Wherever you see EM, to be replaced with the word employee. So the case here is used to convert these values to the values I have specified, which are more friendly. So let's run this query and see, and go execute. As you can see, this column here has now changed to method of contact. All right, and wherever there is employee EM, let's change that to employee. See, so if I scroll down, see where it says unknown, where it's got unknown, let's change it to person type as I've specified here. Okay, and then you've got unknown again, unknown again. All right. Because I have only specified 2 of the cryptic values in my case statement, any other value that doesn't match this, it recognizes them as unknown and replaces it with the word person type. So wherever I specify GC, it's replaced that with general customer. Wherever I specified, wherever there's EM there, it's replaced it with employee. Every other value here, you regard it as unknown and convert it to person type. That's why you can see a lot of unknown here for the value and also person type. All right, because of the way I have specified it in the case expression. You can practice changing some of the values yourself and just play around with the casing expression so you can get a better feel of how it works. In this lecture, we learned how to use the case expression to substitute stored database values with our own values in the output results. Thank you so much for watching.